This book is called Size. Size means how big or small or tall or short something is. Whoa, on this page I can see a toy car and it's next to some coins and some keys. How do you know that that toy car is too small to carry people? It's too small to carry people. How do you know? I think I know because the car in the picture is a similar size to the keys and only a little bit bigger than the coins. There's no way that that car could be big enough to carry people like me. It's much too small. The car in the other picture looks, from the picture, almost as small as the toy car, but we know that it isn't. How do you know that the real car is bigger than the toy car? How do you know? I can tell that the real car is bigger because of the man standing next to it. That car, the real one, looks big enough for the man to get in and drive. It's big enough for a real person. It must be much bigger than the tiny toy car. The real car is bigger than the toy car. To know the size of things, we need to have something to measure them against. The wheels over here on the blue page could be any size. There's nothing there to measure them against. We can't tell how big they are. But whoa, when we look at the other page with the girl and the huge wheel, we can tell exactly how huge that wheel is. Compared to the girl, the tractor wheel is enormous. Look, it's taller than her, it's wider than her, it's enormous. It's hard to guess how large the model dinosaur there might be. It could be a size similar to mine. But we know that this dinosaur is very big because it's bigger than the buildings. The T-Rex here is taller than the flats. It's bigger than the buildings. We know that it is very big. These fruits are different sizes. All different sizes. I can see some yellow bananas and some green grapes and some red cranberries and some oranges. Which is the biggest? Which fruit is the biggest? I wonder whether maybe it's the bananas. The yellow bananas are longer than those apples. Maybe the bananas are biggest, or maybe it's the green mango in the middle. I can see that this green mango is bigger than the oranges. It's bigger than the grapes. I wonder if that is the biggest fruit of them all. Which is the smallest? Which is the smallest fruit of all? I can see that compared to all the other fruits, the grapes, the green grapes are quite small, aren't they? But these red cranberries at the bottom are even smaller. They're smaller than the grapes. I think the cranberries might be the smallest fruit. These toy bears are not the same size. Which is bigger? I can see that the brown bear is bigger than the white bear. It's taller, its legs reach out longer, its arms come out wider. It's much bigger than that white bear. The white bear is much smaller. It's sitting in the brown bear's lap. It's got shorter arms and shorter legs and a smaller head. The white bear is much smaller than the brown bear. We use the words big and small to describe the size of things. A rabbit is bigger than a hamster. Can you see? The girl is carrying a rabbit in her chest. It's bigger than the little hamster on the boy's shoulder. You couldn't fit the rabbit up on your shoulder like that, could you? It would be too big. When we buy shoes, we have to make sure that they are the right size for the person who is going to wear them. The little girl in this picture has chosen to wear the little yellow Wellington boots, which was a good choice because she's quite little. I wonder who might wear the medium-sized blue boots, or who might wear the big, tall, green-brown boots at the back. I wonder who might wear those. Must be somebody big. It must be the biggest person in the family. Sometimes things seem to be smaller than they really are. This aeroplane in the sky looks quite small. It's really far away, so it looks quite small. But on the ground, it looks much bigger. Whoa! The aeroplane on the ground we can see is much bigger than the men and the women in the yellow jackets who work at the airport. It's much bigger than them. Whew! How do you know that this house is big enough for you to live in? This picture of a house over here in the hills, do you think that it's big enough for you to live in? I think that it could be. I can see a road and some trees. What about the other picture on this page? The one of the doll's house that the little girl is looking into. How do you know that this house has been built for dolls? I think I know because the little girl is crawling next to it and she's looking inside. She looks about the right size. We can see the dolls inside that house are tiny compared to the girl. The girl couldn't fit in there. What is the biggest thing that you can think of? I know that buses are very big. I know that our whole school is very big. I know that when dinosaurs were alive, some dinosaurs were very big. What's the biggest thing that you can think of? What's the smallest thing that you can think of? I know that beetles are very small. I know that ladybirds are very small. I know that some stones are very small. What's the smallest thing that you can think of?